Hello everyone, this is CNB. I'm Siddharth Nayak Partnkar, and we are back as always with something new and exciting for you. In fact, yet another new vehicle drives into the market. I am sitting on it. This is the updated Mahindra Thar, and lots of expectations from this one. It has a unique sort of a blend of being 4x4, rustic and yet very lifestyle oriented. So, the tweaked version, does it live up to all its hype and all the expectations? Let's find out.
The only real, undiluted, 100% hardcore Jeep in India, the Thar is every bit the rugged, adventurous and raw four-wheel drive it promises to be. The Thar is all that, but was slammed for skimping on the basics. It was not at all appealing, therefore, to the urban and the urbane, but now Mahindra has tried to correct that to a certain extent. So what you get are some new features that have now been added on, the most relevant and perhaps the most important one being air conditioning and a heater too for those cold winters up north. In near 40-degree heat near Delhi, we managed to get fairly comfy temperature-wise in what is obviously not an airtight cabin. So at least up front, it's definitely way better than without the AC for sure. Besides adding on the new AC controls, Mahindra says it has also tweaked the dash, but it's not looking a whole lot different, frankly.
Now, when the Thar first came out, the very first version of the car, you know, there was something a friend of mine said, which was a little bit uncharitable perhaps, saying that the Mahindra design team really had fun with this vehicle. They had really put everything into it, nice and butch, masculine. And then when they got to the interiors, they sort of took a break, went to lunch, never came back. Now, what I think really happened is that there was a budgetary constraint. They were told that, look, you can't really go all frills in this one. Keep it basic because we want to keep the price tag really attractive. And the basic got, I think, a little too literal. And which, if you remember, when I first saw the Thar, I said the same thing on CNB as well, that, hey, hang on, guys, this is just a little bit too crude. The plastic quality, the way it's been fit together, it's not really working. And the big missing point, the missing link was the fact that there was no air conditioning, and now you've got that. So again, it has the chance to really sort of boost itself and become a little bit more lifestyle oriented. The big, huge truck-like steering wheel, the very basic instrument cluster, and the crude sort of plastics continue here on the AC. You're not really sure how the functionality works. Off-on is just for the heater, not for the AC. Then you've got another off-on over here. So it's a little confusing. You're not sure what the red light really means. The point I'm trying to make is that, once again, same thing I said the last time. The Thar is really fun when it comes to the driving. It is sort of butch, rugged, masculine, looks the part from the outside, is very attractive. A lot of people want one. It is also effective from the 4x4 point of view and has a good drivetrain. The CRDe engine is well proven, it is rugged and it works. The point is that the inside does not. So this is great for a sort of a rural audience, but it continues to remain just a little bit lacking. Up the price if you have to. Bring in interiors perhaps borrowed from one of the other Mahindra vehicles. But I think the urban buyer would want something which is a little bit more kick-ass in terms of just the way it looks and in terms of functionality. So the opportunity still very much there for Mahindra.
A quick look at the familiar specs. We're only showing you the CRDe version though, which we feature on the show today. There is also an engine immobilizer now added to that CRDe motor for extra security, says Mahindra, and you can also protect your diesel thanks to the now lockable fuel lid.
Coincidentally, while we were on our way here for this particular shoot, I got an interesting tweet from Sid Verma asking me, can the Thar be the primary vehicle you have? Can it really be just the one car that you drive all the time? The answer is that if you're okay with the way it's been laid out, then of course yes, but typically this does still get that lifestyle tag by default, because it becomes like your weekend vehicle. It becomes the vehicle you take out when you want to go dune bashing, or you want to go out for a picnic with your friends. So yeah, you might want to consider having it as a second vehicle. Now, when you do get one, you can do a lot with it, and that's interesting that Mahindra has now understood that opportunity as well. So what you can see here is that this one's been souped up. It's not just the base standard spec. You've got this huge bull bar in the front with extra fog lights on it. The bumper itself has a little extension. It sort of sticks outwards and makes the whole vehicle look even more butch than it is. In black, it tends to look a little upmarket, and so I think some of those restrictions might work. The side step's been added on as well. That's not standard. It's an accessory that you can get, and of course you can also get the alloys as an accessory too. And at the back, you've got this spare wheel that's been hooked on again to the bumper. There's a special brace that's been added on, and of course you need to first swing that open before you can get access to the rear door as well. So lots that you can do in terms of accessorizing, and all of that is available right at the Mahindra dealership.
The Thar is really fun off-road, as Siddharth says. He had a lot of it during Mahindra's annual Great Escape in February, remember? The big advantage for the Thar is that it doesn't have a real rival. We still believe that the vehicle could be developed further into a whole new lifestyle segment, and given Mahindra's future product plans, we're confident that it will indeed be the direction that the Thar drives in. For now, if you want to impress your friends, get a shot of testosterone, and also be able to go anywhere, the Thar is for you. Though you might want to hold on to that hatchback to go to work and back.
I can tell you, I've been to a few Mahindra Great Escapes, and out on those sand dunes in Rajasthan, there isn't another vehicle like this. It's perhaps the perfect companion to have when you're out there. So tell us what you think of the Thar now that it has been updated. Let's quickly move on to some big news that's